Welcome back, everyone here with Rancher Mafia. We are going to be doing an update on the channel members. Like I spoke to you guys briefly on the post I made earlier, where I basically said we're going to call this the Green Box Gang, meaning anybody that becomes a member of the channel, we will put you guys name here, donations, member. We'll be adding everything along the side, and hopefully if the channel grows, this whole box will be full of all the channel members and all donations that have been donated for the channel itself. So before we get started, make sure you guys hit the like button, double tap the screen, and we'll go from there. So thank you for joining at this time. We'll wait for a couple more people to join, and we will be adding, like we said, those names here briefly on the toolbox itself. So we're going to be calling us the Green Box Gang. And of course, hopefully I'll probably get magnet or patches or stickers. And then later on down, as the members stay after 3 months, 6 months, I'll probably be sending those out with, of course, like the green toolbox and the channel name for supporting the channel itself. How was your guys' day today? Were you guys busy? Let's add a poll here. Are you a mechanic? We gained 2 new members as of yesterday, so we're a total 5 members. We're gonna try to get that growing. Some of the things that we are gonna be doing for the channel members, we're probably doing some posts, some videos behind the scenes, stuff we do at work, some repairs, and I will be going live streaming here. One of the things I want to do is basically, like I was speaking briefly, I want to probably do some rebuilding of cylinder heads or working on something and speaking to you guys briefly on any topic, current topic regarding vehicles, cars, repairs, just have certain different discussions here in the chat. So we're gonna get here started here soon. Hopefully by the 10-minute mark, we're gonna be adding those names to the toolbox. So let me get some stuff going here. Thank you guys for everyone that's joining. We'll get the video started here soon. So one of the members that's been with us for a very long time, I wanted to give a special thanks to Quick Wrench Tool Junkie for, of course, being a member, being part of the channel. He's been with us for way more over a year. So like I told you guys, anybody that becomes a member, we'll be adding, this is a Green Box Gang, that basically for supporting the channel or growing, we are going to be putting your name on the side of the toolbox, and eventually, hopefully, we'll have this whole thing fixed. So the first channel I want to shout out to will be Quick Wrench Tool Junkie. That's what we're going to be putting up here. And I think we're just going to put the names across the board here and then just fill it up, and then hopefully we'll get full all the way. So the first one's going to be let's see, Quick, and he also has a YouTube channel, Quick Wrench Tool Junkie. So that's our first one. Member that's been with us for quite a time. So like I said, we'll be adding all those names. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 more to go that have joined briefly on here. So like I mentioned to you guys, if you guys have checked out the channel, I do a lot of videos of, stuff, day-to-day basis. Stuff we see at work, tips, just anything in automotive. Started doing lives on repairs. So we're going to be doing more discussions later on, lives. Hopefully we'll be doing it hopefully on a Friday or on a weekend. We got to see what day works best for all of us. And like I said, for any member, there's a couple of things I'm working on. I do want to give out, I'm going to get some magnets. So depending on the tier for supporting the channel, I might be making, of course, my logo stickers, magnets, and of course for the channel members, I do want to make a magnet like a green toolbox, and of course we're gonna call ourselves the Green Box Gang. And of course, there's a couple more members that we're gonna add. The first one here is Quick Wrench Tool Junkie. Thank you for supporting the channel. Here at maybe within a minute, we'll be announcing the next person that's been following the channel. He has a channel of himself. He supported me for a while. We kind of help each other out when it came to growing the channel. So hopefully here we'll be putting his name briefly. But today was a pretty good day at work. Like I said, it was the last day of the pay period. We had to close out all the work, so it was pretty steady work of flow. Nothing too crazy, no recalls. It was mostly customer upsells. The first car I worked was just a service with an alignment, which got my morning going. And the next couple services, well, just a couple upsells. Any cars with higher mileage, we inspect the batteries. And another thing for mechanics, of course, it took me a while to make money. So being part of a member, I'll make videos on, hey, what can we do in this industry to, of course, sell the right things, what to look for. And because there's different technicians that could take a look at the same car and they could be different upsells. Of course, we want to make sure we're upselling the correct work that the customer needs. And there's some certain items that, of course, we could start looking and be pushing certain work. And then, of course, when you work on manufacture, you already know the common flaws. So you could basically, of course, recommend those items. You already know what to look. And I want to discuss that later on. And then some of the members, if you join, I'll be having, of course, some of the stuff that maybe some sheets or some forms I could show you guys, hey, in this industry, there's more ways of course, making money. And of course, another thing I want to show you guys, how to do side work, how to do your estimates. And because there's so many ways of making money, especially when you're hands-on and have tools. So the next member we're going to introduce to the Green Box Gang is going to be Fluffy Mexicanic. He does have a channel as well. I'll be making a post with all this. You guys want to hold on for just a second? We're going to turn on the lights. Sorry about that. Hold on just a bare minute. I'll be making a post with all the new names. And of course, I'll be tagging their channels because some of these guys have channels of themselves for you guys to check them out. And of course, very thankful for supporting. So part of the Green Box Gang, the next one's going to be Fluffy Mexicanic. And I'll be leaving their links down later on in the description. So the second person up here is going to be Fluffy. Fluffy Mexicanic. So here we go. So far, these are the channel members that have joined the Green Box Gang. So we'll be adding a couple more. And like I mentioned to you guys, if you guys want to become a member, the link is down in the channel or in the description of this live. We'll be adding, we got 3 more to add as for now. Let's see, how many of you guys mechanics? So some of you guys are not mechanics. Do you guys do any side work or do you guys do any work on your own vehicles at home? That's the next question. Make sure you guys hit the like button, double tap the screen. Thank you guys for stopping by. And then here briefly on the 11 or 12 minute mark, we'll be adding the next, we got the next 3 people we're going to be adding here to the channel or to the Green Box Gang. So let's take a look and see what else we got going on. Let's start another poll. What kind of videos would you guys like to see? What's up? How's it going? How to auto repair? How you been? How's everything out there in the Chevy world? William Finnegan. How's it going? How you say William Finnegan? We're staying busy out here. I think we're located almost in the same area. Weather's starting to get warm. That's a big thing, especially if you work outdoors, indoors. Pretty tough. William, William, William. Did I say that right? All right. So here soon enough, we're gonna be introducing 3 more people here. I'll do one in the 11-minute mark, and then of course we're gonna be adding them to the Green Box gang. We got a couple here, so like I said, the goal hopefully with all the members, all the subscribers we have, we should be easily be able to fill that up. And like I told you guys, I will be discussing more stuff when it comes to repairing vehicles, tips and all that stuff. Just like today, we're just gonna talk briefly, just kind of give you an update on the thing we got going on with the memberships. We will be adding more things, post, live chats, Q&As. Of course, there's always something new to learn, especially with everything going on, the EVs. Just we're gonna be talking about anything, just from quality of the vehicles to anything we're seeing common problems from manufacturer to manufacturer. We'll probably do some live streams and try to add some people on there and just kind of see how everything's going around this industry, because there's plenty of stuff out there. Let's take a look and see. What else would you guys like to see on our channel? Do you guys want to see more live repairs? Do you guys want to see more how to do it yourself stuff, tips, tool reviews? There's so much stuff out there that we could take a look at. So on the next part of the Green Box gang, we are going to be adding another member. Their name is Russ. We will be adding Russ to the list. And now I'll make sure I turn on the letter now. So it's going to be RUS. Thank you for following the channel. So there we go. How to auto repair. Let's see. And when you are a member, also I am going to be adding posts with updated names frequently, so people will be able to see the people that have joined us for the channel. Been okay, better, might be moving back to CAF for a while. Ooh, how's work out here? Is it staying busy, frequent? What's going on out there? One thing I wanted to talk about, how to auto repair. I had to do spark plugs on my truck. Let me see if I can find the spark plugs. So I wanted to see if you know something, or if it come, or if this is normal. Let's see. So I have 8 spark plugs, of course it's a V8. So now my question for you is going to be, have you seen where the ground strap, it's probably going to be hard to focus, but have you seen where the ground strap, I took one out of my truck, and I always inspect them as I remove them. And I seen that the ground strap was not directly straight to the, of course, to the electrode. It was kind of like offset a little bit. Like, maybe it's, sometimes I see them where when they do wear and over time, they kind of bent indirectly. But when I got my 3 new spark plugs, which of course was an updated part from the ones I removed, the ground electrode, 3 of them were kind of off. They weren't straight, so I had to adjust them. I mean, I adjusted in here, but I got some pliers and I adjusted them where I could basically directly were straight from the electrode. Now my question to you guys, when it comes to spark plugs, are you guys using any sort of anti-seize when it comes to installing new plugs? That has always been a big conception, or people say, hey, don't use them, depends on the cylinder head. Well, I replace my spark plugs frequently, so I don't really have to worry about some sort of where they seized up. But I also heard that all these new spark plugs have a special coating so that that they don't seize or corrode onto the cylinder head. But it's just me. And then the second question is, of course, depending on, this is a tapered one. This does not have a crush washer. I never looked at it as a dome SR, then I wouldn't look. Okay, makes sense. I was just curious, like I said. What's up, Beard Ford Tech? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. We're kind of discussing a little bit about, of course, the Greenbox gang. Thank you for becoming a member. We are adding those names up here on the list. And like I told the members themselves, thank you once again for joining. This is going to be a quick, briefly live. We're not going to get too crazy into depth. We're just kind of having a discussion. Never add anything on the threads. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I know depending on the manufacturers, there's different ways of, spark plugs, anti-seize, no anti-seize. But I do torque them. Thank you, Ford Bearded Tech. Your name is going to be there here soon. Just kind of, there's like 5 members so far, so we're just kind of going down the list, stretching it. I will be making a post. Thank you once again for joining and becoming a member. Appreciating it. And one thing I spoke to the people in the live, one thing I'm going to be doing for the members, I will be, of course, we're calling it the Greenbox Gang for being a member. I am going to be making stickers, magnets, and also the logo. So as the months go by, 1 month you might get this sticker. And I think the goal is to hopefully get a magnetic, Greenbox Gang with the Wrench and Mafia somewhere instead of Matco be Wrench and Mafia. And then, of course, kind of give those out and kind of briefly talking about where we're going with this channel. Did you ever fix your park to shipments and ended up getting a few trucks like that after you asked? Hold on, we'll get to that right now. Yeah, so it's going to send you a sticker too, bro. Perfect. I'll shoot you an email. We'll get in touch, Beard Ford Tech, and then we'll go from there. Please shoot me an email because I think when we were briefly speaking, I did break my phone and I lost a lot of information that was not backed up, and I was having issues. And how to auto repair, going back on the message about the shift to park message, I did take the truck in. Let me check and see. I do have an invoice here. Let me look for it. They fixed. I gotta find it. They fixed something. I think they I'm going to, oh, I think I found it right here. So according to them, okay, so here, I did find the RO. I'm not gonna show the RO because it does have a lot of personal information on here. So I went in with the complaint on the vehicle that says shift to park message after shutting vehicle off and in park. So basically, from my understanding was once I shut the vehicle, I think the stuff will stay on, and then it'll be like beeping and say shift to park. And of course, you could start the car again. What they replaced is right here, shift to park message keep coming on with the vehicle in park. Shifter interlock switch has internal short. 1.6 traced open circuit to shifter interlock switch, replace shifter assembly. So after they did that, which was back in, let's see, February 26th of 2024, which was basically over a year ago, the truck had about 55,000 miles. I don't drive it very much anymore. Ever since then, it no longer has done it. It had happened once as a ghost. Like I thought, like, man, is this gonna happen again? I thought there's something else going on. Like, is this a ghost thing? And to me, it happened. When it was happening, the shift to lock, and I tried doing some research. I know I spoke to you briefly. I couldn't get it to, like, people weren't aware of it. But what happened was it happened once in a while. I thought what was happening to me was that I'll park somewhere, and of course, everybody's in a rush. So what I'll do, I'll stop. I thought I put park and shut the car off right away. So I was like, hey, maybe I'm just putting it in park too quick and pressing the off button quick. So after a while, I just started doing slowly, but it got to the point where I had to start the vehicle. I had to, like, say I was parked somewhere, I would have to stop, park, and then start it, and then move the shifter back and forth, up and down, and then eventually I was okay to. It wouldn't have the message again, but it was getting annoying, so I have to start the car 3 or 4 times, and then, of course, you know, with everything being booked, it was crazy. All right, so real quick, I know we're getting closer to time mark. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be putting the next member. We got 2 more members that we're gonna be adding to the Green Box gang. And like I said, I'm gonna be making a post because, of course, I know all of you guys have YouTube channels, and I will be tagging your channels on there. So hopefully that should help everyone as well with some traffic flow. The next one we're going to be adding is going to be Garage Monkey Mechanic. So, and then after that, we'll have one more that member's here with us at this time today. So we're going to probably put it during the 30-minute mark. So we're going to go with, oh, not the marker right now. Let's see. There we go. I was kind of scared. I was like, man, please don't tell me this is the only one I found right now. Let's see. Mechanic. So here we go. We got 4. We got to add 1 more. Yep, that's Derek. It sure is. Let me turn light. We're going to speak briefly, and we're going to add our last one here at the 30-minute mark. Let me turn this light. I got to fix the timer on this garage light. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, how auto repair. I just think, from my perspective, like the whole issue I was having with my truck, with the shift to park, it was happening like around 30,000 miles, but like I said, it was just briefly, and I was like, oh, I didn't think very much of it. And the car still had a warranty. I wish I would have taken it back to the dealership at the time, but it was one of those things where, like, I don't got time. So I just kept on pushing back, and then eventually, it got to a point where it was embarrassing. Like, and I could fix cars myself, but I thought I still had a warranty because I bought it certified pre-owned. So I was told, yeah, you still have warranty. On the phone they tell you one thing, and when you arrive, they break everything down, and then next you don't have warranty. So I took the truck in. It was very inexpensive, and I think because our sister company owns that dealership, I pretty much got everything at employee cost. So I think that repair itself, if I take a look at, because of course I didn't have warranty, it ended up costing me $261, and of course they added an oil change. Many people say, hey, how come you don't do your own oil changes? But I think I do have that powertrain warranty still on the vehicle, since it was certified pre-owned. Yeah, CPO usually 100K powertrain. Yeah, so that's where I was confused. So I still have the powertrain warranty. So at this time, I still do my oil changes to the dealership because, of course, I get them at a discount price. It's probably cheaper for me to get the oil change through the dealership than me doing myself. It's just the cost, I guess. But at the end of the day, they have record of it, and I've seen so many people with the warranties that the manufacturer work with, and they have no like, say something happens to their engine, but there's no history of or record that they got their vehicle serviced, then that messes everything up. Even bumpers higher. Hello, what's up, Garage Monkey Mechanics? How you doing, Derek? As you can see right here, channel members, I'm already adding the names here, and I spoke to you guys briefly what we're going to be doing. It's like I said, anybody that becomes a member, donates to the channel, we're going to be, we're starting with the side, and then of course when we move to this side, of course any current members that started here, I will move them over to this side. I think it's just a way to appreciate all the members for helping out the channel. Make sure you guys hit the like button. I'll let this get going and shout. Oh, what's up? He wrote your name on the box. Yeah. So like, Garage Monkey Mechanics. Like I told you guys, some subscriber gave me the idea of making the Green Box Gang, which I'm gonna call you guys the Green Box Gang. So we might see if you could change the name from Soldiers to the Green Box Gang. I'm gonna be making stickers, decals, magnets, and of course, as the months go by, I'll make a list. Hey, month 1 you get this, and then of course, I think maybe month 12 you get the magnet, a couple stickers, decals, maybe a hat with, the Green Box Gang. Instead of Mac will be Green Box Gang, member package. So we're working on it. Hopefully you guys give me some ideas. Another thing, once we do this, I'll be posting a post with all the names and tagging all of you guys. Of course, we're thankful for supporting the channel. We're going to be adding one more. This member became a member today, which I'm very thankful and thank you and appreciate it for the support. But like I said, I told you guys, I'm doing a little setup. We're going to be talking. I got to find a day. I'm going to make a poll, see what days work for you guys to do some live streaming. But, being in the automotive industry, we want to make sure we go out there. We talk about different things going on, from controversial to common repairs to recalls. Because we basically all know that we all have, depending where we work at, we see different issues. But I think it's nice to build a community, especially, nowadays, like How to Auto Repair. He works, I don't know if I want to could put out there, but he works for a manufacturer, which I don't know if he wants me to say or not, but and then we could basically speak, ask some help. So we're gonna put the last channel member here around the 30-minute mark. We'll talk briefly about some other stuff, and then, like I said, we're gonna get some ideas and wrap it up. And we'll see what another thing that I might want to do is might do some giveaways, some tools. We'll see. Sometimes that could be. We'll see how we could give back to the channel members. So let's see. Beer for Texas Gold Stars left. I'll give those to fleet drivers who don't mess up my trucks. Haha. Red stars for when they do. I like that. Yeah. So like I said, here in the 30-minute mark, we're gonna add our last member that joined today, and thankful for the help and support. And we're gonna try to make these streams fun and interactive as time goes by. How was your guys' day today? Was it pretty tough? Did you guys get pretty good work? What are you guys working on? Like I was talking to you guys briefly earlier, we had a pretty good day. It'll be good. Nice. Yeah, had gravy work, I could say. Gravy work. It's crazy how in this automotive industry, whenever you're working, sometimes I don't know if it's just me or you get your batches of like headache cars, and they just kind of like, man, it just make you want to give up working on these things, because it's just like headache after headache after headache. I mean, at the end of the day, I do figure out these cars, but then a lot of AC work. Yeah, nice. But then sometimes, like, man, sometimes some cars just, as much, I've been doing this for about 17 years. I'm pretty good at fault tracing, but sometimes there's certain issues, like, man, they just blow my mind. Let's see, Fort Beard's a lot of AC work. I'm actually excited for that now that it's starting to warm up. I'm in the Southwest. It is getting warmer out here. We do get to the triple digits. So what's going to happen here, we all know when it gets hot, people need their AC. So we're going to do a lot of AC work. We're going to have a lot of coolant, radiator, water pumps, head gaskets, engine repairs. I think more heavy line. And I think this is our busiest time of the year. I think for us, it starts about late April and it goes all the way to like late September, and then October, maybe depending on how hot the weather is, it could slow down October. But then November, December, January, February, those are like our slowest months. And low fuel pressure issues. Not fine. I have a condenser and rear evap core just turned into damn Goodwill. You know what, Goodwills, that's one thing we're going to do in a live stream. We are going to talk about how Goodwills, how some repairs that a customer pay turn into Goodwills. I seen it where you got to do evaporators, or to me, what could be a little bit irritating. I get it. Customers might work throughout the years, try to help out the customer, but when they use their first Goodwill and then they don't really invest in the dealership, then they just get hit with the Goodwill, and it's always something big. That's gotta suck. My question to you on the Chevy Silverados, are they having evaporator issues? I want to say it's like the 2019 to 2025, because I know in my manufacturer we have certain years in the base model that we have, for some reason they just leak. I have a 2021 and I've always have a concern that I'm gonna get a bad evaporator, especially living in the south west. 80s, 90s past. So yeah, it's getting hot, warmer, especially for people in different areas where they're not used to this. Like 70s. 70s is nice. I'll take 70s all day. Front and rear. Oh wait, on a Chevy Silverado, evaporators. Is that common? On a 1500. Yeah, because I seen on the GMC, like say the Tahoes or Suburbans, yeah, on that years between 19, 20, 21, I seen, because of course we have used car lots, we seen where they do go out, and I haven't touched one personally, but I seen all the work that it takes to do one, but it's just crazy. All right, so we're gonna be adding another member. Oh, let's hold up. Turn this light. I'm fixing this garage light. Bear with me just a second. Bear with me just a second. Sorry about that. So the fifth member to join, of course, and support helping the channel is going to be Bearded for Tech. He does have a channel of his own. He's here in the chat right now. Give him a shout out. Thank you for becoming a member as well. I'll be linking all their names down in the description so you could check them out. And everyone is very knowledgeable. And like I said, I want to build a community where we could talk about certain topics. Like just right now, we need help with certain cars. We'll be able to go from there. So the next one, like we mentioned, special thanks to, of course, Bearded for Tech. So here, welcome to the Green Box gang. Oh wait, I'm already messing up. Oh no, I'm not. Bearded for Tech. So here we go. These are the channel members at this time right now. Thank you guys once again. And we're going from there. Like I said, guys, this is just the way I'm just setting up as the members come in. Quick Wrench has been with me for over a year. Fluffy Mexicanic too, Russ. So like I said, I'll have some stuff coming for you guys. Thank you once again. We'll talk briefly a little bit more, and then like I said, members, I'll be making only members posts. We'll be doing some lives, chats. Hopefully I'll have some of you guys hopefully join the live stream so we could talk, see different perspectives from different point of views from different manufacturers. At the end of the day, I know a lot of people say it's nuts and bolts, but it's nice to see how things work on other sides of this industry. See, I do miss and see that mostly the people, not so much the weather. North Carolina, I bet you guys get a lot of snow out there. I do. There's a training facility out there that they try to push me to go, that New Jersey, and like I stay away from that. Definitely stay away from that. So my other question to you guys real quick, briefly, before we end, and I think that might be another topic going. So what do you guys think about trucks? Well, I think anything, but I think trucks are overpriced nowadays. Do you guys think trucks are overpriced? It's insane the amount of money trucks or bigger SUV cost nowadays. It's like, I thought back then a $60,000-$70,000 truck was like out of mind now. Like I seen trucks across the street from me, they're going for $150,000. Like, man, that's insane. That's basically a house price. way overpriced, and only expect to last about 5 years. You know what? And yes, and they're built like trash. I understand that. But how sucky is it that you basically buy something and these cars are so expensive? And now the other thing too about that is these cars are basically how can I put it? Like the loans people are getting, they're getting 7 year loans, 8 year loans, and I think they're even pushing higher than that on these cars. So some of these people, cars not paid off, and by the time they driving it, because we all know Americans. I forgot, I gotta look at the numbers, but we commute to work or we have a high mileage commute. Most people don't work around the corner around the same city, so they put so many miles on these vehicles, and when it comes to basically they're broken, they still owe a lot of money on them. And I see so many scenarios where people come like, hey, I need to get my car repaired. They can't trade it in because they're so upside down. It's just a whole different topic that we could get there and talk about it. But like I said, I mean, I remember trucks $30,000-$40,000. Even now, your sedans, mid-size SUVs are going for $50,000. That's just, I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll see. Let's see. Ford Bear, way overpriced. They only expect the 5 years. Yes, and they're built like trash. Garage Monkey Mechanics said, yeah, they're all overpriced. They have like 30 worth of electronics in them too that also fail. Correct. I see so many electronics failed and they are not covered under certain amount of warranties, which for the customer it sucks. And those modules are not cheap. On our manufacturer, we have cars that basically have components in the center console, and they spill coffee and soda, and it takes out about 2 or 3 components, and you're looking about $3,000 to $5,000 to repair those with the harness. It's insane. Garage Monkey Mechanics says, look out the window. Yeah, it's kind of across the city. Yeah, people running around with 1,500. Yeah, that's true. It's insane. The payments. These were house payments, like in the late 2000s. 10. I remember. $1,800 mortgage. Now even a mortgage, it's insane. But that's another topic we're gonna talk about. I want to say thank you once again to all my channel members. We're gonna cut this live. I want to say thank you once again to Bearded Ford Tech, Garage Monkey Mechanics, Fluffy Mexicanic, Russ, Quick Wrench Tool Junkie. I will be making posts for the members. We are going to be discussing more in depth about channel, some ideas to grow, and then of course I'll be giving you guys other stuff that we could talk about, and of course give you guys more content behind the scenes. If you guys want to join, become part of the Green Box gang, I'll be linking the link down in the description to become a member, help out the channel. Thank you once again. We'll see you guys on the next one. Hope everyone has a remaining rest of the week. Have a great night, and we'll see you then.